Hello, my people. I'd like you to hear what P Square is saying in this video. Apparently, some Nigerians are busy insulting and fighting against the same people who are fighting for their well-being. P Square will never be affected, no matter the result of this election. The only reason they are fighting is for you to have good life. So why are you busy insulting them? Some of us who are supporting this obedient movement, I live in Australia by the special grace of God, one of the best countries in the world. We are fighting for you who is back home to have electricity, to have good roads. So why are you busy insulting and writing negative comments? Anyways, guys, I want you to hear from P Square directly as I play this video next for you.
Support whoever. Why are you coming on my page to insult me? Why? It's who I want to. Go. You turn it to a tribal, whatever. That's your own thing. But that's basically me I'm supporting. Why is that your problem? Support whoever you want to support. At the end of the day, I'm okay. The Tinubus, the Atiku, the P2B, the Kwankwasos, the Sowore, they are going to live well with or without election, even after election. Or you are waiting for next year, February, so that P2B will lose. You come and laugh at me. Doesn't change anything. I'm still going to be living in my mansion. Still going to be living my life. The problem is, what about you? How well is your well-being? Me pick beaucoup mu papa mama pikin omoregu so yo mu be papa mama pikin mere ya nkpo boro ire ire si yo nkpo bo kumu bo obo subo ku kbe ndo bo to bo kwa obo tike mere ise ya libre ka o kbe maga ga ikere go so vote nyo so bo subu yo ike ya iku maga ngo bo kumu bi ke me deri ke sonti inye ka chamle line ki ka chamle line ka chamere omoregu to iri chamle line ke mboka.
Change the narrative from conjunction to production. That is why I have full assurance that it's going to win the election country to the presidential election country is going to win that election. Outright.
The dangers of Atiku and Tinubu presidency. You know what? It's been because I've not really tweeted about Atiku. I kind of don't know why I didn't really bother with him, but I think in a way it's because of how much I detest Tinubu. So I've always amplified his. But this Atiku, I mean, is one of the most corrupt politicians to ever grace the political scene in Nigeria. And I know Jimmy has been putting up stuff that all of that I read before, and I used to say to myself that for Obasanjo to be that resolute that this man will not be president, one has to just conclude that everything that's been said about the guy is correct. I mean, Obasanjo went and got Yar'Adua as opposed to his running mate, which you would think would be the logical step to take, and people keep on thinking that that Tinubu is the bad one. No, Atiku and Tinubu are twins. They are both as bad as each other, and they have been collaborating for decades and decades and decades. So I often wonder why people just think those people in PDP who are looking to Atiku to be, they're all mad. They are all mad because this man's own corruption is international. It's international. I bet they think that the $40 million that he siphoned from offshore accounts into his wife's accounts, they opened, I think, if I mean, don't quote me on that, 20 different accounts in America to siphon that money into, right? Also, this is the money that he used to set up his university. Whilst the public universities in Nigeria were in decline because of ASU strikes. It is, people don't know the extent. I mean, he oversaw the privatization or the sell-off of national assets to his cronies, but it wasn't free. They paid him. He got a cut. And whilst people were saying no, but he wasn't found guilty of any corruption in America. Okay, if that's the case, why did Siemens accept and pay the fine? Because they were trying to bribe Atiku for contracts in Nigeria. They paid the fine. So basically, if they paid the fine, it means they were guilty of it. They were guilty of it. And sometimes I often wonder, it is not just the fact that for equity, fairness, and justice, it is the turn of the Southeast. It is the fact that this same man scuppered the chances of Jonathan, joined forces with Tinubu to bring Buhari, and the country has been worse for it. And then he now wants to be president. How? I think the problem we have with a lot of people in Nigeria is they forget too easily. Me, I am petty as hell. I keep on saying, Jesus, please touch my heart, because if somebody do me bad, this thing about forgiveness, I'm like, people that will tell you, let's forgive, it hasn't touched them yet. There's certain things that will happen that you should not forget. You should not forgive. You should not reward them for what they've done.
No, mommy, please, we forgive, but we'll not forget. We shouldn't forget, but please forgive.
No. You see, it is by mouth. I remember, look, back in the day when I was going to Bible school, I thought I was going to be a pastor. I remember a particular lesson we were doing. So we were talking about forgiveness, right? And what somebody pointed out that, hold up, you can divorce a woman for adultery. Why don't you just forgive the woman? The man now told us that, look, he said, his family, he is a Christian family, and he said his dad, right? So his dad invested some money. So another church member invested that money, and the man basically defrauded his dad. He said, they lost everything. He said, and so each time his dad would say, well, I'm called to forgive. He said he used to use side eye, look at the man and say, look, you can barely put food on your table. He said that at that point, he realized that we can say it as much as well. If somebody harms you to the point of, take takes a life of family member. I be all those people that they're killing non-stop in all over Nigeria. I think it would be easy for them to forgive. It has not touched you. I accept that as a Christian you're called to forgive, but it is a journey, and that's what I say. I'm being petty, but I can't understand how people can even look at APC at all